Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finds his tight end Ingram. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Undercut. Flip. Under 10.
First carry for Peyton Barber. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. Back 25 behind. Mark 59. Watch the run. Green, triple team.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Keep it up. Check 52. Wait.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And now On third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hey, Delta. Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's get the ball. 56 to Mike. Leo. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Get it.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We're scoreless after one. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Switch. Recon, 132 fighter. The mic, boys, 56.
Throwing, Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll run on first down. Logan. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Switch. Hey, stop.
On 2nd and 9. Winston. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Hey, Echo.
2nd and 5. Open target here, Darius Slayton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Ready. 15, Ronnie. 15, Ronnie.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Check. Topper.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike 56, Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Target, 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 target.
Now on second and 16. Jones, a short throw to Ingram. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
56. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Yo, 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 go, go.
Mike's 56. Rip left, rip left. 56 to Mike, boys.
Bravo.
Check 56.
Hey, 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 hey.
56, Mike 56.
Let's go.
Throwing on third and long. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation,
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast and in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, it's Logan, and not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen.
Flip, flip, flip. Let's go.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. Gay's kick is good. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Logan. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. They run again with Logan. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. Jones. And an alley to run. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Check safety. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Big gap. Check three.
Hey, stop.
Back. Check. Fresno.
They'll go with Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Check the out.
Easy.
Check 59.
They're going to run for it with Jones.
Go, defense. Get out the field, defense.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, exit.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Get it.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to Slayton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays that send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Danny.
Ready.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. And some space here. There he goes left side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Let's go.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shane Ray showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
5.
To try again after the sack. Jones looking for Shepard deep. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
There. Switch it. Rock it. Let's go.
Here's Jones. Off play action. This one is Slayton over the middle. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Hey, seam 6.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. Looking for Shepard deep. It got his man complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Charlie.
7-yard line.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go.
Jones off the play fake. Open man is Galladay, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A first down carry for Barkley. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Jones will sneak it, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Here's a sneak with Jones. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it here with Logan. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 9, check 9.
Back to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
61, match box, light.
2nd and 6 at the Bucs 46-yard line.
45. Hey, high 7.
Now Jones, off play action. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Shane Ray, his 2nd sack of the night.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. It's caught. Shepard. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Here's Jones on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Go! Yep. I got motion there. Me. I got this. Look, squeeze. Now.
Jones to throw again. He'll get this one to Galladay. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Off the play fake, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Haywood.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Come.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, check mic 45. Check mic 45. I'm going to lose one.
Get it ready.
From the gun, Jones. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the carry, it's Logan. They find some open field here. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. T.J. Logan, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Down. 10-2 soft.
All day, every day, any day.
Hey, Alpha.
45's the mic. All right, here we go. Let's go.
On the ball. Shoot.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 45's the mic.
Hey, Wahoo.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby.
Five.
Jones now going to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back to throw. Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shane Ray in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So time has run out on